Okay, so we'll cover a bit more, right? We'll cover a bit more, okay, one more question, all right, which is a past year question. Okay, this is really a past year question from the old type of way they are testing, which is paper-based exam, right? So you can see they give you a lot of blanks, right? 1 blank, 2 blank, 3 blank, 4 blank, 5 blank. You see, a lot of blank here, and you are required to fill all of them up, right? This could also be a question for you, which is asking you to fill in the blanks. Okay, so let's do one by one, right? We start from here, Let's say maybe we just label down, all right? This is 1, okay, this is 2, right? This is 3, okay, this is number 4, this is number 5, okay, and this is the last one, number 6. Okay, we label them first, all right? Now, then you do the workings, all right? Okay, you do workings because we need workings to find that, okay? Now you see, the first one is your sum invested, right? Sum invested is your present value, okay? Rate of interest is your R, time is N, final amount is your future value, and this is your interest earned, right? How much is the interest that you earn, okay? Now remember, formula is still the same, right? Future value equals to present value multiplied with 1 plus R to the power of N, okay? Let's deal with the first one first, all right? Now you see, sum invested, your present value is 110,000, rate of interest is 3.5%, time invested is 6 years. So what do? Just follow the formula, right? Working number 1, okay? So they want you to find your future value. So you just follow the formula only, okay? Present value is 110,000, multiply with 1 plus 0.035. My interest rate is 3.5% to the power of 6, okay? The question didn't say anything about compound quarterly, compound monthly, nothing. We just assume there's compound yearly. That's why I didn't make any adjustments to my percentage, okay? So calculate your figure, 110,000, all right, multiply with 1.035 to the power of 6. I actually get 135,218. 135,218. So that is my first answer, this one. The first one, 135,218. Okay, so now, number 2. You're working number 2, you see, how do you calculate your interest earned? Just the future value, right? Working number 2. Future value is your principal plus interest. That's why you can see this principal plus interest. They already tell you They already tell you that. You just follow 135,280. This is the answer you calculated, minus away your principal amount of 110,000. That is your interest earned, right? Very straightforward, So how much you get? 25,218. So that's how you solve this. Okay, 25,218. Okay. Now, question number 3, right? Sorry, working number 3. Okay, let's do one by one. Now, you see, interest earned is 20,925. Final amount is 105,925. So what do? How do you get your sum invested? Very simple. Take your future value, okay, which is your principal plus interest, minus away the interest that you have earned. That will become your principal amount already. Which is 85,000. You see, no need to do confusing calculation. You already can solve this. This one is 85,000. Okay, it's 85,000. Now, working number 4. You see, you have to find out what is the number of years. So what do? You have to use natural log. This is where you apply your natural log. You see, they can ask a question on this one. Don't say that it's never asked. I only told you that it was very rare. I'm not saying that it will never come up. So please be prepared. Okay, question number 4. All right. Now, so follow our formula. Future value 105, investment is 85,000. Okay, and multiply with 1 plus my interest rate is 0.045 to the power of what? To the power of N. I need to calculate this one. Okay, so do step by step. Again, repeat. 85,000, you have to divide against this figure. You move the figure around, okay, which you will get in this case 105. The figure should be 105,925 divided by 85,000. I'm getting 1.246. Okay, I take the dollar away. Okay, I'm getting 1.246. All right, 1.2462. We keep it at 4 decimal places. Okay, so 1.2462 equals to 1.045 to the power of N. Again, how do you solve this? Repeat. Natural log. All right, natural log 1.2462 divided by natural log 1.045. This is how you solve it. Okay, so again, natural log 1.2462 divided by natural log 1.045. Okay, which you will get 5.0000, meaning the N will be 5. 5 what? 5 years. So this is how you solve this. This is 5 years. All right. Okay, so this is how you press your calculator, right, for this one, right? So please take note. Okay, now working number 5. Okay, they already told us final amount is 54,000, time invested, and your rate of interest, right? You have to reverse to find it out first. Okay, so I will do it right here so that I can easily refer. This is your working number 5. Okay, now $54,725. Okay, equals to your present value. That's the figure that I want to find. Multiply with 1 plus my interest rate is supposed to be 0.4. Close the bracket to the power of 6. Okay, you solve this one first, then take this figure divided by the answer they've calculated. As simple as that. So 1.04 to the power of 6, I get 1.2653. Okay, so if you want me to break it down, okay, it will actually be 54,725 equals to present value multiplied with 1.2653, right? 5319 something lah. Okay, so what do? Present value equals to, okay, you will take your 54,725 divided against 1.2653. As simple as that. Okay, 54,725 divided by, you will get $43,250. Okay, you round it up. Okay, $43,250. So since now you already get this, how do you solve working number 6? Very simple. Take your principal plus interest minus away your principal amount lah. 43,250. Answer 11,470. Okay, 11,475. You see, just this one table alone, you can expect about 12 to 50 marks just for this table. You got 6 different blanks to fill in, right? Sometimes it might be not that much, maybe 10, 12 is around that figure, right? You will expect it will give you about 2 to 3 marks for each solving. Okay, so this is how it might be tested in your exams. All right, we will have to wait for the pilot paper to come out, right? Even I haven't seen it yet. Okay, but this is what we are expecting, right? This is what we heard from lah. Okay, now let's look at our questions. All right, we got more questions to try. All right, now let's look at this last year of June 2017. All right, so quite an old paper, right? But it is still very good for practice. Okay, now the questions say that a bank successfully tendered 983,000, all right, pounds sterling, all right, that's the currency that they are using, for a $1 million treasury bill that runs for 3 months and is to be redeemed at par. Okay, now, so the question A tells us that calculate the rate of simple interest per annum earned on the investment in the treasury bill. Okay, now, so you might be asking me, what is this redeem at par? Okay, redeem at par means that you redeem at its original value, right? You use 983,000 and you tender, you have to go and bid for it, right? The bid for the treasury bill, right? Treasury bill is a kind of finance instrument usually offered by the government. Okay, so you use 983,000, you win something that's worth 1 million. So the difference in prices is where you earn the interest. Okay, so let's calculate. All right, I calculate down here because up there not much space. Now you use $1 million, all right, minus away the difference in price. All right, so the amount that you're actually earning is 17,000. Okay, now forgive me, all right, the question say it is pounds, right? But I'll be using dollars, right? Why? Because the keyboard only have a dollar sign, right? You just imagine that's the sterling pound, all right? It's just a matter of currency. Okay, now, so what else you have? 17,000, all right? What you do, you will take the 17,000 divided by what? You will divide it by 983,000. You don't divide by 1 million, right? You use 983,000 and you earn 17,000. You will calculate the return based on the amount you have invested, not $1 million, right? Based on the amount you have invested. Whenever you calculate returns, you always calculate from what you earn from you invest. You don't calculate on what you don't invest. Okay, you invested 983,000. Okay, so then you will multiply with 100%. Okay, you will get 0.0173, okay, which translate to how much? 1.73%. Okay, so this 1.73% is not 1 year. The question say that you have to calculate the rate of simple interest per annum, but this treasury bill is running for 3 months only. You use 3 months, you earn 1.73. But if you translate to per year, you have to multiply it by 4 because 1 year got 12 months. Okay, this one is what you earn in 3 months time. Okay, this is what you earn in 3 months time. So with 12 months time, you are basically earning 1.73% multiply with 4 quarters, right? 1 month is 3 months is 1 quarter, so you multiply it with 4 quarters, you will get 6.92%. This is per annum. This is the simple interest per annum. Okay, so don't get tricked by the question. Okay, now question number 2, part B. Josephine suggests that the interest is equal to a rate of compound interest per annum of 7.5%. Now, using the compound interest rate formula, to calculate the interest for 3 months on 983,000 at 7.5% per annum. All right, so basically they just ask us to calculate if you have 3 months of compounding interest based on the rate that they have given, what is your interest? Okay, what's the interest that you have earned basically? All right, just use back our form. Okay, so future value equals to present value. All right, multiply 1 plus r. Okay, 1 plus r. Okay, to the power of. Okay, now so what do? You will take 983,000. Okay, multiply with 1 plus, our rate is 7.5%, so 0.075. Okay, so close the bracket. All right, close the bracket. Okay, now don't forget this 0.075 is 1 year. You are calculating for 3 months. So 3 months means 1 quarter lah. Okay, 3 months means 1 quarter. So you want to divide by 4, you want to divide by 12, is up to you. Okay, but when the question say 3 months, it's better off we divide by 3, then you put it to the power of, divide by 12, then to the power of 3. Okay, that is much more accurate. Okay, now, so what we have, the number that I'm getting is, hold on. Okay, I get 1,01,547. All right, just round out the figure if you have decimal. Okay, so this 1 million is your future value, which is inclusive of principal. What do? You minus out the principal lah. Okay, to get the interest amount, because the question only the interest that you have earned. Okay, the question said it very clearly right here. Okay, calculate the interest. All right, so 18,547. Okay, that's your interest earned. Okay, now part C, calculate the rate of compound interest per annum for an investment of 983,000 to produce an amount of 1 million in 3 months. Give your answer to 3 significant figure. Now, so what is this 3 significant figure? Right, I'm sure you have learned that during your secondary school days, okay? But in case you don't know, whenever you have 0.12, this is 2 decimal places. That is decimal places. Significant figure is what? Significant figure is that whenever you have a number that is not starting with 0, that is your first significant figure. So if, for example, your calculation is 0.00123, this is 5 decimal place. Okay, this is 5 decimal places. All right, but this is 3 significant figure. All right, this is 5 decimal places because the moment you cross the 0. What you calculate, this is 5 decimal place. Okay, significant figure is calculated when you have a number that is not 0. Then only you start. Okay, so this is assumed that you already know what is a significant figure. Right, you learn that during your secondary school days. All right, so if something like this, right, if it's something like this, right, if it's something like this, this is what? This is 2 decimal places, right? This is 2 decimal places because you got 1.20, right? 1.20 is 2 decimal places, right? But this is also 3 significant figure. Okay, this is also 3 significant figure because the first number itself is not 0, so you will take this 3 as significant figure. Okay, but of course, you change this one, you put it 1.2, it become 1 decimal place and 2 significant figure lah. So if it's like that, 1.20, this is 2 decimal places and 3 significant figure, right? I hope you can understand it. Okay, now, so let's look at option C. Okay, let's do it by side. Now, your future value is supposed to be 1 million, right? Because that is what you want to achieve, equals to 983,000, all right? Multiply with 1 plus r. Okay, so again, they want in 3 months, then close the bracket to the power of 3. Okay, don't forget you have to divide it by 12. Okay, divide the rate by 12 so that you can get what exactly the same like what we've calculated just now in part B. All right, now, so we will use the same concept. Okay, so 1 million divided by 983,000, you will get 1.1 1.0173. So equals to, okay, equals to, you have to take your 1 plus R, all right, because the moment you remove the 983,000, you move it over here, you get this answer, 1.0173. Then you will have 1 plus R divided by 12 to the power of 3. So you have to eliminate this. You have to do a cube root. Okay, you have to do a cube root, right? A square root with the power of 3. Okay, so this one will cancel off with this one. So press your calculator. You should be get 1.0057 equals to, all right, equals to what? Equals to 1 plus R to the 1 plus R divided by 12. Okay, so I know you guess. I guess you know what you need. Okay, so you will get your R equals to, okay, your R equals to 0.0684, okay, which translates to 6.84%. Okay, so this is what you wanted. All right, you take the 1.0057 minus 1, then multiply by 12, right? Basically, you just take 0.0057 multiply with 12, you will get this figure, and you translate to percentage terms, you will get 6.84%. Okay, now, so the other two questions, okay, so I want you to give it a try, all right? We'll discuss this in the next video. Okay, so please give it a try first before you continue. Okay, so we'll discuss that in another video. Now, if you look at this, all right, now you have the last page right here, which I want to go through because after this it is chapter 2 already, so that one we leave it for the next video. Now let's discuss this before we end our video today. All right, now if you look at a hire purchase transaction, now Jonas bought a motor vehicle, right, basically a car, with a hire purchase from the bank. Now the purchase price of the motor vehicle was 92,000 inclusive of legal fee and other charges, meaning the price of the car after all those fees. Now Jonas made a down payment of 9,002, not 9.2. It's supposed to be 9,002. So you help me change a little bit. 9,000. Okay. Now, and the remaining amount was financed via a hire purchase loan, repayable in 7 years' time with a monthly basis and an interest rate of 2.88 per annum. Okay. So this is exactly like when we are buying a car, right? Okay. So this is quite interesting. Now, if you read this, the calculation asks us to do the amount of interest charged on the hire purchase transaction and also the outstanding principal amount after 3 years' time using straight line method. Right? Basically, they're telling us they calculate based on your simple interest. Okay. Now, so if you look at this, all right, if you look at this, now let's see. Okay, I will require a space to do this. So let's go with your blank page right here. Okay, let me cut this out. Right, so let's put this in. Okay, now, so, okay, now let's look at this. Question number 8. You want to find your interest charges. Okay. Now, so you have your schedule like here, all right? Then you have your car price. Okay, let's start off with the car price. Okay, you just imagine now you're buying a car. Okay, you want to buy a car that is $92,000. Okay, so from the 92,000, you will have to pay a down payment of 10%. All right, so you got your down payment. Okay, the down payment is supposed to be 9,002, which is exactly 10%. So the net loan amount, all right, the net loan amount will be $82,800. Okay, so that's your loan amount. Now, your interest charge is supposed to be 2.88% per annum. Okay, so what you do? You will multiply with 2.88%. Okay, so now you multiply by 2.88% per year. So it will be 2,384.64. Okay, please remember this is per year. This is the amount of interest per year. And how long did you take the loan for? You take it for 7 years loan. So what you do? You multiply it with 7 years. All right. So once you multiply it with 7 years, what do you get? You will get an amount of 16,692 and 48 cents. So this is your total amount of interest paid. Okay, the total amount of interest paid. All right. And if you take your principal amount, okay, the principal loan amount, which is how much? Which is supposed to be $82,800, right? The loan amount, not the car price, it's the loan amount. Okay, then your total price is how much? Okay, your total price will be 99,492.48 cents. Okay, so this is the total amount paid for the car loan, right? This is also exactly how is the way you calculate for your car loan. It's exactly the same. When we buy car in Malaysia, it is on simple interest. This is how you calculate it. If you don't believe it, you can go and Google, right? You go and Google right? You just simply click car loan calculator. Okay, you put car loan calculator, you put the car price 92,000, down payment you put 10%, then interest charge you put 2.8%, you will get exactly the same thing. Okay, then what do? You have 7 years loan, right? Your monthly payment is how much? 7 year, 1 year got 12 months, 7 years got 84 months, right? So 7 years loan multiply with 12 months, you have 84 months of payment time. So when you divide it by 84 months, your monthly payment will be how much? Okay, your monthly payment will be around 1184.93. Okay, so this is your monthly installment. Okay, your monthly installment amount is 1,184.93. Okay, now your answer for part A is already answered right here. Okay, because part A asks what? The amount of interest charged on the hire purchase. That is the interest charge, the 16,692. And then the outstanding principal amount after 3 years time. Okay, let's calculate this. That's why we need to calculate how much is it you pay per month. Okay, now, so we need to calculate just the principal amount, right? Because the question say the outstanding principal amount. They didn't want the total amount. They only want the principal amount. Okay, so what do? It is a little bit more troublesome. Why? Because you have to split between the total interest and also the principal amount. We have to split it out first. Okay, now, so first of all, your total interest paid is supposed to be 16,692.8. Okay, so if you divide it by 84 months, then you are able to calculate actually each month how much are you paying for interest only, right? Because the question already says straight line method. Straight line means simple interest. Okay, so if you calculate this, you are getting 100. Remember, this is for interest only. Okay, so this is for interest only. Now, so how do you calculate your answer for part B? Okay, so you can use this way. All right, you have a remaining of 4 years of payment to be done, because the question asks us, what is your outstanding principal amount after 3 years time? Meaning you have paid a money installment for as long as 3 years. What is the outstanding amount? So what do? You take the amount that you should be paying, minus away the 3 years that you have paid off, then you are able to calculate, right? So the remaining 4 years, which equals to 48 months. Okay, so what do? You multiply with 48 months to see the outstanding payment, right? The outstanding, you can either use outstanding or you want to minus away the amount you've paid, is fine. Both way is fine, right? So I'm using the outstanding one, right? So outstanding interest payable, right? You multiply 48 months, the outstanding interest payable is supposed to be 9,538.56. Okay, why is it 538.56? Okay, this is the outstanding interest payable. Okay, so with this being said, you have to calculate for your total amount, right? Your total outstanding amount. Okay, what do? You will take your monthly car payment, 1184.93, okay, multiply with 48 months, equals to 56,852.64. Okay, and then you will use this 56,852. Remember, this monthly installment, this 1184.93 is inclusive of interest. So what do? You remove away the interest amount, then you are able to find out what is your outstanding part for principal only. 9,538.56. Okay, it's up to you. You want to use this 99,000 minus away the total amount that you have paid for the 36 months, then minus away the outstanding interest payable, is also fine. Both way works fine. Most importantly is you know how to find this, the outstanding interest payable or the amount of interest that you have paid is also fine. All right, so once you have minus this away, the interest payable, your remaining loan for principal is 47,304.08. That is this right here is your answer for part B, 47,314.08, right? The outstanding principal amount. Okay, the outstanding principal amount. Okay, so you might be blurred in the first time when you look this, all right, but take some time to digest it, right? Take some time to digest it. How should we approach like that? Okay, the main idea is to calculate the remaining loan outstanding, which is 56,000 after you have paid for 3 years. The remaining one, because you got 7 years total, the loan that you should pay is for 7 years. You already paid 3 years, meaning you're left with 4 years. That's why I find my outstanding loan amount, which is 56,000. But you don't forget, this 56,000 is inclusive of interest. That's why I purposely calculate what is my remaining interest. I minus it away, then I get my principal amount only. This is what they want. Okay, now let's look at the last part, which is your products method. Okay, now products method is actually very straightforward. Okay, because we just need to go according to the numbers and then we apportion it out. Now, this method is used to calculate the amount of interest payable to or by the holder of a bank account. For example, Well4 has a sole proprietorship business and he was granted a bank overdraft facility. Now, the interest on the overdraft facility is charged at 12% per annum. During the year ended 31st December, he drew as follow, meaning he withdraw as follow. Okay, now calculate the amount of interest on drawings by using the products method. So you are basically see, 1st of March, you withdraw 8,000. Your overdraft works in this way. Right? Overdraft means that if you use the overdraft facility, then only you are being charged interest. If you don't use it, you are not being charged. Okay? So you will go product by product. So this is one product. This is another product. This is also another. This is another. So you got 4 different products and each of them you use on a different period. So what you do, you will take the first $8,000. Okay? The first $8,000, you take out the loan on 1st of March. 1st of March until the end of the year. Your end of the year, your year end is 31st December. Okay? 1st of March until 31st December is how many months? It is 10 months in total. So 8,000 multiplied with 10 divided by 12, then multiply with 12% because you only use it for 10 months in the year. And 1 year, you are being charged 12%. Okay, so this is how you calculate your products method. It is very straightforward. You will have the product, all right, how much the interest is being charged on the product, and also how long you use it. That's it. That is products method. Okay, so if you calculate this, you will get $800, all right? The second one, you use $5,000 1st of June, all right? 1st of June until end of December, that is a total of 7 months. Okay, not 6 months. It's 7 months because 1st of June itself you already loan. So June, you use 1 month. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You use for 7 months. Don't miscalculate it. So this one you'll be getting $350. The $4,000 sorry again. You see, this is supposed to be 4,000. All right, so 4,000 multiply with how many months? August, 1st of August you use. There's a total of 5 months. So August, September, October, November, December, total of 5 months. Okay, I get $200. All right, you just need to press the calculator. Okay, and the last one you use 2,000 and November you only borrow. So very simple lah. You only use it for 2 months only. Okay. So multiply with 12%, okay, I will get $40. Okay, so finally, you total them up, right? If they want you to total them up, okay, maybe the total amount of interest that you have used for each of these 4 different products, you get 1390. Okay, that's the total. Okay, just simply add them all up. That's your answer. Okay. Now, so this is the end for your chapter number 1. All right. So the other 2 questions, please give it a try. All right. Please give it a try. I will discuss this in the next video. Okay. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.